Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Python programming with my computer science teacher. In today's session we're going to teach you about while loops. In previous episodes I've all taught you about variables, I've taught you about if statements and making decisions and different types of data that you're going to use. But today we're going to look at while loops. Now while loops are really important because what they enable you to do is reuse code over and over again. Like in the previous episodes we asked a question, it made a decision, right? But now we need to keep reusing the code when we make the wrong decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a variable called x, which is equal to 0, yeah, and I'm going to create another statement now, a loop statement, which is called while, because we're making while loops. And while x is in fact equal to 0, which is true because x is equal to 0, we're just going to print something. We're going to print I'm going to print open and close brackets. Make sure the quotation marks are inside, and I'm going to say this is a virus. Okay, so let's run that program now. It can't run for some strange reason. Why are you not running? If I click it again, is it going to work? And it works this time. Perfect. I don't know what that was. Some glitch with Replit. So you'll see now all it's doing is printing the words. This is a virus. This is a virus. This is a virus. So we're probably going to need to put an end to that program pretty soon. But you notice it will just go on forever. So the reason why it was going on forever is because I've created a variable which is equal to 0. And I'm just saying that while x is in fact equal to 0, that's true, isn't it? X is equal to 0. So while that's true, I'm going to print this statement. Notice the indentation. That means this line of code is going to be used if that stays true. And that will always stay true because I've never changed it. But I want to actually put this program into proper use now. I'm going to put a question in there and I have to answer it, okay? So I'm going to ask a basic question like, what could I ask? I don't know, who's the best player in the world, or the best team in the world, or something, because I think I've done that already, right? Or what is my favorite color? So I'm going to write color equals input, open and close brackets, and say what is my favorite color. So basically it's going to keep using that code over and over again, yeah? And obviously I need to make a decision on whether they get it right or wrong or not. So if the color that they input is in fact equal to, let's see if it's equal to green, nice lime green, then I'm going to print, how did you know? How did you know? You must be some kind of stalker or something. You know me too well. Otherwise, so, oops. If they're typing anything else besides green, then I'm going to print you know nothing about me. Tut, tut. Right, so let's run that program now, and you'll see it's not going to keep running forever. It's going to, because I've got this input, it's going to wait for me to input something and then go into the code. I'm actually going to clear the console so we can see it, clear the history. And it says, what is my favorite color? And I'm going to type in red. And it's going to say, you know nothing about me, tut tut. Then it's going to ask me that question again. Perfect. And this is the loop I'm telling you about. So if I keep pressing, if I keep entering anything that I want, it's going to keep asking me the same question. Clear the history again. Clear the history. No, it's not clearing the history. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to clear the history. And then I'm going to run it again. Okay, so what is my favorite color this time? I'm going to say green. And then it's going to say, how did you know? But then it's asking me again, and I don't want it to ask me again because I've already said my favorite color is green. No, my favorite color is green. I know that. I don't want you to keep asking me. So at some stage, I want to exit this program now. And the only way to do that is to make this statement false. I don't want x to be equal to 0 anymore. And quite simply, on the next line, I can write x is equal to 1. Because now, x is not equal to 0 anymore. 1 is equal to 0. And if that's not true, is it? So if that's not true, it's going to come down to the next part of the program. I'm just going to print something. You have finished. Okay? And notice that this is not indented. That's indented, which means it's inside the loop. that is not indented. So when I finish looping, it will come down to here and say, you have finished. So let's run that now. Reset it because I've added some new code. What is my favorite color? Green. Press enter and it will say, how did you know? You have finished. If I run it again, I can get it wrong a couple of times. Red, yellow, pink. I don't mind pink, to be honest. And what's your favorite color? Green. Press enter and it says, how did you know? You have finished. Lovely. And that's it. So that's how you create a while loop program. So give that a go. Make your own version of it if you want. But that is kind of like, you know, essentially the basics of creating a while loop. And I'll show you some different ways of using a while loop on the next programs. So stay tuned for some more insights.